What's up, fellow foodies? It's Bobby, and today I'm showing you 4 tips for making perfect pasta every single time. And I don't care what kind of pasta you're using or what kind of sauce you're using, these are 4 tips that are universal, and probably number 3 is my favorite, so stick around until the end. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel. That way, as soon as my videos come out every Friday morning, you get hooked up. Plus, if you want to recommend what I make next week, leave a comment below. I'll pick my favorite one and I will totally give you a shout out. Pasta perfection tip number 1, salt this pasta water so it tastes like the ocean. I swear I remember watching old school Molto Mario and him saying this religiously. And the reason for doing this is because this is your only chance to season the pasta. Pasta is bland. By seasoning the water with salt, you're gonna season the pasta. Yep, reminds me of swallowing a big gulp of water in the Atlantic Ocean in Miami when I was a kid. So that's perfect. Now what you don't want to do is take oil and add that to the water, because by adding oil to the water, you're going to create an oil slick around the pasta noodle. So later on when I toss it with the sauce won't really adhere to the noodle. So whatever you do, keep the oil for later, just fill up your pot with a lot of water. Pasta tip numero 2, cook your pasta al dente. You hear that term all the time. And what it literally means is to the tooth. You don't want to overcook your pasta. You actually want to undercook it for about 30 seconds. And then later on, you can finish it in the sauce and let it finish cooking with that delicious ragu or whatever sauce you want. This is probably like the only time in the history of labels. Read the label on the back of your pasta. This says 8 minutes. They know what they're doing. They've been doing this for hundreds of years. So I'm gonna pull this after 7 minutes and 30 seconds, and then we'll finish it in my sauce. Pasta tip number 3 is by far my favorite. Take a glass and just save some of this pasta cooking liquid. Check that out. This is culinary gold because it has that starch in there. So later on when you sauce your pasta and it's kind of thick, or you want to stretch your sauce, add some of the cooking liquid in there. Because it has the starch, it's not going to thin out or water out your sauce. So always save some cooking liquid before you strain it. And finally, pasta tip number 4, the pasta and the sauce have to come together as one. This is a chance for the sauce and the pasta to really hang out and get to know each other. You know, how you doing? How you doing? And because we cook the pasta al dente, it'll actually finish cooking in this sauce. Which, by the way, this is my homemade marinara sauce. I have it in the freezer at all times. If you want to see how to make it, and I strongly suggest you do, check out this video and I will totally hook you up with the recipe. And by doing this, the flavor of the sauce is really going to infuse into the noodle. Now, the only time you don't want to do this is if you're making like a pesto sauce. A pesto is meant to be raw, so you don't want to cook it. But about 95% of the other times, this is exactly how you want to finish your pasta. Now, let's say our pasta sauce is looking a little thick. This is where we reach for our secret weapon, our reserved cooking liquid. Just put a good splash or 2 in here, and just like that, that loosens up our sauce, makes it nice and creamy, and nobody knows that we used our secret weapon. Well, I played up a big old portion for myself. Leave a comment below and let me know your favorite pasta to make at home. And to finish this pasta and make it look pretty, I'm gonna grab some fresh parsley and just hit it with some of that. And then my favorite ingredient in the world, extra virgin olive oil, a little drizzle my nizzle. Perfect. There it is, guys. 4 tips for making pasta that will seriously hook you up. And before I bite into this, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I have new videos every Friday and you can get a notification as soon as they come out. The sauce and the pasta are together as one harmonious deliciousness. That's it, guys. If you want to see some more awesome videos, click on the ones below me. But I will see you next week. Until then, keep on cooking, y'all.